Good evening, folks. Yelsraek here. Going to do a run of Magic Sword Heroic Destiny here for you for the Super NES. A lovely Capcom arcade port that runs at roughly 1/4 the speed of the of the original arcade version. So should be lots of fun, right? So if we are all set here, I guess I could get cracking. Or perhaps not, I'm not sure. Hold on one second. Oh wait, no, we're good. Okay. Nope, everything's fine. Put your panic baskets away. I was about to put mine out, but that's okay, we're good. Okay, everything's fine. Alrighty, Magic Sword. We are back with Magic Sword. We've done it. We shall win the day with a shirtless man with sword and shield. Okay. We are going to get started here with this delightful little game. We're going to play on the normal difficulty, and we're going to start from the beginning, which is where most good runs start. So we are going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So here is Brave One, the shirtless man, going to save the world with no armor. That's okay, because it does not plan on getting hit at all, jumping over stuff. It's quite the vertical leap. It's not He-Man, so before you say it, it's totally not He-Man, I swear. So yeah, we have our standard set of attacks here. We have a sword attack, we can jump, we can use a special technique, which sacrifices 1 bar of health in exchange for, it's basically your Super Joy. It destroys everything on screen, gives you 4 seconds of iframes, it boosts the power of the magical component of your sword attack, does all this lovely stuff. It just costs 1 bar of health. Well, the health you can see in the bottom left corner. And this game is an effort in managing that, as well as managing lag, because this game lags like a mother. Also, there are hidden doors in this game. They're just, you slash a specific spot on the wall, on certain floors, and a door just pops up out of the ground, just like you'd see in your home. Alright, so here we are at the second boss floor, because that already was a boss on floor 0. We're looking for the gauntlet. We don't have it. In the bottom right, you can see I'm holding a blue potion. This floor has 4 treasure chests that have items in them, and they are all randomized. And we wanted the gauntlet, because that increases our melee attack power. So, there it is. Oh, but we got a swoop. The dragon is misbehaving. Oh, we got a double swoop. Nice. And he landed right on top of us. That's good. That's okay. A triple swoop. This is like the best gold dragon fight ever. So we'll tear him down as soon as he gives us the chance. As soon as he decides to stand still. And we get another sword upgrade. So yes, trolly as heck, gold dragon, but that is a-okay. We shall persevere. So we're going to get on to floor number 5. After most of the boss floors, there's this balcony floor that there's really not much to it. I'm going to pick up this chalice here, and it's going to give me some invincibility. I'm just going to walk through everything. And now we're going to get to floor number 6, which is one of the more labor-intensive floors here. Behaving there, that's good. You want him to backpedal. Oh no! This time I jump. That's okay. This game has a it stops your movement if you just do a standing slash. So you want to do as many jumping slashes as you possibly can, similar to games like Ninja Gaiden. So, this floor is the Spinal Tap floor, because it takes you to 11. On 11, we are greeted with mummies dropping from the ceiling. Or as my daughter would say, it's raining mummies. Ah, yes, that's true. There are companions in this game. We don't pick up any. Oh, wait, I want this magic rod. There we go. We don't pick up any companions as we go. In this version, because of the lag, the game is so laggy that adding an extra sprite with an extra projectile every time you press the attack button is it's just not what you want. It really isn't. Get another fairy egg there. Just looking for the gauntlet here before the next boss. And it was not in the first two chests again. However, this time, we're okay. I know exactly where the gauntlet is. It's in the treasure chest that's on the screen right now. So we're just going to walk over to the right underneath the Chimera before he drops down. And this is some lag management, because we want him... Gee whiz. Behave. Every quarter of his health, he respawns up at the top with his shield of skulls, and then every time you destroy the skulls, they turn into coins. So there's just way too many sprites on screen. But that's okay. We got him. Leveraging our iframes to kind of walk through him. And that was a pretty clean fight. Except for that one jump away in the second cycle. Otherwise, pretty clean. There's another one of those balcony sections. Just gonna grab a chalice again. They don't all have chalices, but first couple do. We're closing in on 300,000 points, which is important, because every 300,000 points, a fairy spawns. We're probably gonna get that fairy on this next floor here. Hopefully she appears at a decent spot, so that we're in a good position to retrieve the goodies. This will be good. Good for most of it anyway. We'll do fine. Jump and jump and jump and jump. Also, yeah, some floors wrap fully around. This one does. The next one won't. The next one will only go left. But that's okay, because you're just trying to move up. Doesn't matter whether you go left or right to the door. Good jump. Gonna jump over this next guy too. And watch out for falling mummies. It's raining mummies. We're gonna burn a couple of bars of health on special techniques in this floor, because there are these cycles that we simply cannot beat. This cycle right here, that would poke us in the foot. This one too would poke us in the foot. So we just burn some health, because we don't want to wait. It is a speedrun after all. Pick up that magic rod, and they drop food every time. Oh, they didn't drop food. Usually that helix of blue enemies drops a chicken leg or something, but that time it didn't. It's another one of those wraparounds. It's a very short path there, but you have to burn some health in order to get through all that fire. Or you could, get hit by the fire. It's your choice. I choose not to get hit by the fire. It's another one where we're going to burn a whole bunch of special techniques in the name of speed. Because there's a whole lot of hazards, there's a whole bunch of cycles you just can't beat unless you're just burning iframes through the whole thing. There we go. 5 special techniques are in order. And we're at the door. By the way, if you get to the door and anything's on screen, that thing just dies. So, the door is the most powerful item in the entire game. For like the 4th time, we do not get a first chest gauntlet. Luckily it's right there. And now, after fighting chimeras and dragons, we are greeted with space worms to go fully out of the typical realm of bosses that you've seen so far, out of standard fantasy and into sci-fi. See if we can get this one cycle here. Oh, we got the quick kill too. Nice. Those were the space worms. They are no longer the space worms. So we're about at the midway point here. I have another balcony level, where I will have to burn a little bit of health on a special technique in order to avoid all of the noisy stuff. Those little gnats and stuff that are floating around on the screen. Now I'm going to try to do my first manipulation here. So, the manipulation is there's going to be gargoyles that drop from the bottom of the screen. If I am facing the other way, they will drop down behind me instead of in front of me, and then I can just keep moving. There we go. Is that they pop up wherever you're facing once you step on the trigger. So, but it gives you a chance to turn around, so you take it. Here's the jump that validates the whole run. Nice. That is the chicken jump. There's a chicken worth 3 bars of health in that treasure chest. Every time you miss that jump, you bonk your head and fall down. Costs you like 2 seconds. So, good to get it on the first try. Run validated. Oh look, an ally. Would probably be nice to pick up an ally, if not for the lag. That's a bummer. It's okay. You don't typically want to mess up the cycles on those bats, or moths, or whatever they are. You got there before I did. They're on a global cycle for the floor, so they do always show up at the same moment as you traverse the floor initially, as long as you do it without stopping or getting hit, but you can't control what side of the screen they pop up on, so sometimes they're behind you, sometimes they're in front of you, so they can still catch you a bit off guard. You can hear that green dragon that I just walked under, dying as I touch the door. Again, the door is OP. Clearly the most powerful thing in the universe. And will this wizard behave? He will! Nice. Just kind of float along without a care in the world. And I'll let the door kill him. Sometimes he can swoop down, and I don't want that. So we're going to do the second platform manip right here. So, that makes them show up behind me. Do a little wiggle on that ledge, and then we can jump over that bat. Drag this special technique over. Now we gotta kill the grunt. That's okay. Still pretty clean floor 31. I agree, the soundtrack for this game is really good. I just wish it didn't stop between every floor. It really does cut into it. Also, the track on floor 1 is the best one, in my opinion. And we only hear it in the speedrun, we only hear it for like the 15 seconds that I'm on floor 1. It never shows up again, and it makes me sad. That was a bit risky trying to duck under that moth, but it worked out okay. And we're going to go left again here on floor 33. And we're going to pick up the Capcom special, the Yashichi. Now, if I said the Comcast special, I'll just get disconnected from the internet, and then you won't see the rest of this run. That's the Comcast special. But we're here cheering on Capcom, which is way better. But yeah, the Yashichi is the best health item in the game. It gives you 6 bars of health. There's another hidden door. if you're on PB pace right now, and you get to floor 36, you really want the gauntlet to show up in the second chest over here. You, unlike the other chests, did we get it? We did get it. Nice. This fight should go pretty quick now. If you don't get the gauntlet in that chest, then you won't get the gauntlet at all on this floor. It is not on any other... It's not in any other chest on this floor. It's either in there or it's not there at all, as opposed to all of the other boss floors, where if the item you're looking for... Oh, we got another swoop. My positioning is not so good. Yeah. Other boss floors, you can pick up an item in a different chest. Sorry, I had a little bit of quiet time to concentrate there. We got him. Ugh. Yeah, so if you think it's my Comcast connection that's causing the game to look a little choppy, that's just the lag, I swear. And we'll get to the lag. You think you've been seeing lag so far, but you really haven't yet. The real lag comes on floor 38, which is coming up real soon. I'll walk over here and just burn a special technique. Oh no! Fairy! It's time for a fairy. Give me all the goodies. It's okay. We'll take it. Had to burn another bar of health, so... Oh no! Well, I guess I have to be more careful about who I make fun of. That is, as far as internet service providers are concerned. This is Lag City, because those blue helixes of enemies, if I go up to kill them, it slows everything down. If I use a special technique, they just turn into coins. It's easier to just kind of mosey on through here. Nice and easy like. It's so painfully slow. That's okay, we made it. Alright, floor 39 is the final floor with a hidden door in it. Grab this chalice here. I'm gonna run through a bunch of stuff with iframes. And there's the door. Floor 42 is one of your last opportunities to try and get an ally. Still not gonna do it. The game's so laggy anyway. It's just not worth it. Now we get up to floor 43, where we're gonna burn 7 bars of health on special techniques so that we don't have to wait for any cycles, for any of these ball and chains that are dropping from the ceiling, anything like that. We're just not even gonna mess with it. Just burning through. And this is the only non-boss floor where we're greeted with a new sword. And this is the best sword. It's the Thunder Sword. So instead of having a fireball projectile at the end of your sword, is now a blue laser, and with the correct item, it becomes an orange laser. Rather burn the health than get hit. Alright, floor 45. It's kind of late in the game since there's only 50 floors, but they're going to introduce us to a new enemy type anyway. The floating skull that just moves, makes a beeline for your pretty little noggin. Up these coins because, I'll be honest, the lag is real in this game. I've already mentioned that, but the lag doesn't slow down just because you've walked past items to the point that they're off screen. It's like it loads it for the floor, and it still stays there and just soaks up the game's precious, precious resources. Just does it anyway. It cares not. this is we're going to take a couple opportunities here to fill up a little bit on some extra health. This floor is not for extra health. This is the power stone right here. This is the best item in the game. It turns our blue laser orange. Yeesh. Some bad positioning on some of those wizard spawns there, so we wanted to not get hit by them. So a little bit of hesitations here and there, but that's okay. You know what, I'm gonna decide, I'm gonna try to go for a 1cc here, because why the heck not? So I went down there to grab that extra food, and now I'm gonna come up to the top and grab all this extra food, like the Yashichi here and the star that was in the fire. We're just gonna try to load up. Give me a food drop. I was patient enough, I deserved it. Alright, floor 49, the penultimate floor, and the penultimate boss. One more Chimera. We lost the Power Stone because items in this game only last for the floor you pick them up, plus the next floor. And we picked it up on 47. Luckily, there's a treasure chest off to the right here that has another Power Stone in it. They really shouldn't leave these things laying around. Cycle. Oh, you jumper. That's okay. Hey, stop jumping. You stop. Alrighty. So, fairies are going that way with the coin, but I want to go this way. Because like I said, I'm going to try to 1cc this thing. So I'm going to pick up all sorts of extra stuff. Like those scissors, like this diamond that's worth 1,000,000 points. So I mentioned that I get a fairy every 300,000 points. I'll sacrifice the 45 seconds here. There's a sapphire around here somewhere. There it is. There we go. 2,000,000 points hype. And now we're on to the last floor. And the first, like, 3 or 4 actions that I perform on this floor are going to generate fairies. And we're going to stock up on some health here, and we're going to see if we can kill Drakmar without continuing. See if we can preserve this nice, nifty high score. Ugh, I didn't know. Don't want that. Oh my goodness. Oh, I took the potion. Drat. That's what happens when you mess around with trying to get all these fairy drops and stuff. Usually you're just playing a game of don't lose the Power Stone. But of course I got hit. Since I got hit, I lost my item of choice, but that's okay. We'll still try to make this work. We got a lot of health, and there's even more health over here. There's a chicken in the treasure chest over here. We're just gonna pelt him with these magic lasers. We're fighting a good fight here. We're not getting hit too much. I can start burning a little bit of health now. There we go. Why would someone put a roast chicken inside a treasure chest? The same reason that they put chicken in the walls in Castlevania. Because it's delicious. So now we've defeated Drakmar. Our final action is to either destroy the Black Orb that has all of the evil in the world, or take the Black Orb. It's our choice. And my daughter would be very upset if I didn't take it. Because what could possibly go wrong? So, without further ado, time. That didn't sound good. Let's see. Oh boy. It looks like we've turned into Drakmar. Since the best part here, after all of your hard work, you get all the way to the end of the game, and... game over. But hey, we did it! It was a 1cc. Nice and slow and patient. Gotta love a 1cc. I don't think I've ever actually done a 1cc of this game in a marathon setting before, so that was pretty fun. So I think that will do it for this run. And then we will return with some fabulous, fabulous golf, which I know you're all really waiting for. So stay tuned. Oh, and if you break the orb, then you get the good ending, where some funky music plays, and you get the credits. And everybody, all the allies that you didn't save, come back with you to the town, and you all celebrate. That is a high score. I'm a fan. 2.3 million. Sweet. So yeah, if anybody wants to run this game, I recommend it. It's a lot of fun. You can run the arcade version as well, however, only if you like pain. Or not so much pain, but if you like standard arcade shenanigans, where it's just going to throw like 3 or 4 times the volume of enemies that you should have to deal with at you. And you kill things, and they just blow up in your face instead of just dying. I have yet to once see this on the arcade version, just because the game just trolls so hard. I'll get there someday. So the fascinating thing there is that if you watch the projectiles that are being fired by your ally, they're being fired at the same speed as your own projectile, which doesn't really work because you're not both going to hit the same enemy. The enemy gets iframes as well. So one of your projectiles is going to go right through it, and the other one's going to deal the damage. and it doesn't process which one is going to be faster, so, or which one is going to be stronger, rather. So it's just whichever one gets there first, and it's usually your allies, and it's usually weaker, and it sucks. Okay, so I think we're gonna get ready to set up golf now, so stick around. We will be right back with some Hal's Hole-in-One Golf with yours truly and Enemy TV.